Hi, this is Brian Kostka. I'm here with Eustace Mita from Icona Resorts. Hi, Eustace. How you doing?
Good afternoon. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I'm good. Eustace, can we start off? Why don't you tell us about your current job and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis at Icona?
Yeah, so Icona Resorts and Mahalo Resorts are all in down on the Jersey Shore. They're beachfront hotels and beachfront motels. The difference is motels, you access your rooms exterior versus the hotels, which are typically larger. You go inside to your rooms.
Okay, great. And what do you do at Icona? What's your current role right now?
I'm the president and COO of Icona Resorts.
Okay. And how many people are you managing on a day-to-day basis? How many people are part of Icona? And then how many people do you actually manage?
Yeah, so we have eight hotels and motels. Four of those will stay open year round, and the other three close just because, it's super seasonal. The majority of our stay and the revenue that we make is all basically between Memorial Day and Labor Day. Then they'll have weekends where we have weddings and events and things like that. But so we'll be in the cozy season. We try to call it a cozy season. Nobody wants to come down the shore in the off season. So in the cozy season, year round, we have about 250 teammates. And then right now, and for another at least another 30 days, and then the college kids start to leave us. Um, we sit around a thousand teammates
Wow, that's
across
that's
all
a
the.
lot. And
Yeah,
that's got to be a lot of people to manage. Do you have direct reports that report directly to you?
certainly. Yeah, each hotel has a GM, an AGM, HR reports to our CFO, but then the rest of the teams report to us, to me directly. We're fortunate enough that all of our properties, no, all but one are in Cape May County. So in the 30 miles between Ocean City and Cape May, we're all together. So we meet together on Tuesdays. I'll run through the different hotels and motels on a different day, and I'll hit all of them except the one up in Spring Lake, New Jersey, which is about a hundred miles north of here.
Interesting. And when we dig in a little bit to how you manage the people that report to you, how frequently, so you have eight general managers from the other properties that report directly to you, is that correct?
Hmm.
Okay. And how often do you check in with them? Is it daily? Is it hourly? Is it one Tuesday a week?
On Tuesday we're all together, but the other days it's just about every day, and it's not just the GMs. Then we have eight different restaurants, so we're talking to them. We're starting a club, but we have had Icona. There's a wedding team. We have Icona yachts, so that we'll take the guests out on the boat for sunset cruises and different 50th birthday parties, 80th birthday parties. Those events are big. And then we have a company called Icona Means Business, which is we try to put corporate guests in our hotels so that they can review their goals and their revenue and see how they did year over year.
Interesting. Okay. And so it sounds like on Tuesdays you have the group get together and then you're doing on-site visits as well. And then it's a pretty fluid reporting system where you're going to be checking in on a day-to-day basis with a lot of different team members.
True. I mean, we get great data and stuff like that. I have it right here that I'm looking at,
Wow.
financial data. But besides that, it's great to talk to my teammates and find out how they're doing, just the little things. Sometimes it's for them to vent, right? Because they're managing a lot more people than I am. And sometimes they just need someone to talk to as well.
Yeah, it's
And
interesting you bring up the data because that's something that we've talked about a lot in class. So you're really trying to marry what you're seeing in the data to the comments that you're getting and create a complete picture of how the business is running on a day-to-day basis, it sounds like.
it is since it's a very unique situation, and down here in Cape May County, you don't get a lot of data like you would from Hilton or Marriott's and stuff like that because they're not.
Got it. And when you're getting into internal data, shifting a little bit to the internal data, are you getting those data points and then checking them with what you're hearing from your team members and your direct reports every day?
You can look at that stuff every day. Certainly, I think they're looking at their information on a daily component. We look at a weekly. There's a couple things. We have a weekly meeting, but on Tuesday, like you talked about, but the entire company has every single week they have to attend. It's about a half an hour of our culture. We call it Aloha training, which is our culture. And we have culture cards that everybody has to have on them at all times, a name tag, and we'll go through since we surge and purge with our teammates, and we have college kids that have never worked before, high school kids. We have J1, which are students from other countries that come over here, and we house them. We pick them up on our vans and bring them to our properties. And so those people have never been to America before. So we have a we put a lot of money and interest and time into training our teammates every single week. And if you can't make Tuesday, that's fine. We have it on Wednesday. If you're a night worker, we have it late at night on a Saturday. So we have a team. We have a team of trainers that are doing it all the time. And
Oh, that's
I
really
think
unique.
it is, I think, what gives us a little bit of a um, keeps us ahead of our competitors, a
That's really
competitive advantage.
who came up with that idea use and I have to imagine it's got a couple of different benefits, right? Like you have employee welfare, employees being happy and content with their job, and then also employee performance. But when you instituted that program, what was the true goal? Was it corporate culture? Was it training your employees to be better on the job? Was it to increase their job satisfaction? Was it all of the above?
In the beginning, it started as cultural training, smile, greet the guests, um, those types of things. Since it's grown, as we have grown, well, that was when we had one hotel and one restaurant. Since we've grown, we boil down pretty close to every different position, the hostess, the servers, the bartenders, the barbacks, the front desk. We have a lot of different what we call points of pain, right? So you're driving for hours, you get here and there's a valet to help you out. Well, if that valet doesn't smile and not having greeting you properly, that's the first one. Then you go to the front desk. The room might not be ready. Then once you get into your room, if everything's clean, you come down and you eat at one of our restaurants or go to the pool or go to the beach where we provide you with um, umbrellas and chairs. And so all these different points of pain, we have to make sure that our team knows how to treat the guests the way that we want them to be treated.
Interesting.
That's what the training is all about. Yeah.
And you talked about moving from one one hotel to now, managing eight. How have things changed in terms of your management style? I mean, I can't imagine you can run things like you used to run it and being as hands-on. It sounds like maybe you have hired some more people to help you, but how has your management style changed over the years as you've grown from one hotel to eight hotels?
Yeah,
Hotels.
when it was one, you could walk around and do everything all day. You could listen to the angry guests or the happy guests from your office. And now we rely on, it's all about putting together the right team. And that's why the training and the culture is so important so that they understand it as if they own the property themselves.
Interesting. And
So
and
so
in
I
terms,
had to step back and be a better manager instead of being, a day-to-day type of person.
sure, sure. But you still find time to visit all of the locations every single week,
I do.
except for Spring Lake.
Exactly, yeah. That because of their proximity, yes.
Got it. And is that part of your check-in to check in on the guests, or what prompts you to visit every hotel? That seems really unique as well.
Um, I love it. I love to greet guests that I've seen for, now 7 years. I like to see the teammates who come back and work for us in the summers. It's fun, it's exciting, and then you're walking around and getting feedback from them as well, especially in the restaurants, touching tables. So I do enjoy that part of my job. Instead of doing it just at one hotel, I can do it at more. So that is fun.
Sure. And use, being in the hospitality business, I can't imagine COVID created many hybrid work environments. Have you been fully on site for all of your employees, since the go, or did you have a moment in time where you had to move into hybrid?
No, it was no hybrid. Is everybody there with a mask on? There was different rules from the governor every week, it felt like. But no, everybody worked on campus, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And do you have any people right now that are hybrid or no?
No, we do not. We do not.
Okay. Interesting. So we have a couple minutes here. I was wondering if you could tell us, how you manage stress and conflict on your team. If the mistake is made by one of your teammates, how do you go about rectifying it? Let's say they make a big mistake and there's some financial and other issues that crop up because of it. How do you correct that mistake? How do you address that employee?
Yeah, well, the things happen all the time, right? We just had accidents with a van, accident with a truck. Um, since we have a lot of stuff going on in a busy season with a island, packed islands, um, the one thing that we do, which is on a culture card, it's a Vince Lombardi quote, which is to criticize in private, condemn in private and praise in public. And we take that very seriously. So if we need to talk to our guests, even if it's about not wearing the name tag or not having the culture card on them, we pull them aside and talk to them and give them, we try to give them the reason why, right? This is what you did wrong. This is why we need it to be corrected. And then we also like to praise because a lot of the feedback that we get in writing or as we listen to the guests, we try to put that up to keep them excited, to keep them wanting to do it again, to get more five-star reviews and get their name up on there as well. So we definitely um, promote that from our teammates as well.
That's great. Well, Use, thanks very much for the time. Appreciate it. Thank you.
You got it. Thanks, Brian.